101.9 FM. Good to have you here this evening.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited, man. When I heard the Broken Silence, man, I said, nah, this album here, keep listening to every track. It never gets boring. Though, before we get into anything at all, can you break your silence today? Who is Elihu Morris?
Yes, Elihu Morris is a reggae artist from out of Jamaica, Kingston 12, a place called Craigtown in Kingston.
Okay, so it is
And
pronounced Elihu, right?
it's Elihu. That's how we
Elihu.
pronounce it, but Elihu, yeah.
Okay. Thanks for the correction there. So Elihu Morris. Okay, from Craigtown,
Yeah, Elihu.
Jamaica.
Yeah, Kingston, yeah, man.
I'm listening.
And so and so this has been a quest, of Courtney Morris as a kid growing up, have a passion for music until, music called, make the calling and the quest began, at a young age. And we follow through, the journey up until this time, finding the purpose as Elihu, you know what I mean?
How long has this been? What age was that? Can you remember vividly?
Well, I started to seriously doing my research, at age 15, From age 15, I was on my own, and I leave school at early because, my folks migrated by that time. And so it was after hearing at a young age that you got to find a purpose. My mom, as a doctor, people look up to her and she inspires so much people that they expect me to come and fill that shoes. But I already knew that wasn't my journey, you know what I mean? That was her journey. And yeah, I felt something different at a young age, but I didn't know what it was. And at the age of 10, I realized it was music after I already loved music and so passionate about it. But by the time I reached 15 now, I realized that if I had to leave school at early, then I got to get myself in something constructive. And it was the right decision to pursue music since I get that calling from 10.
From 10 years old, I know you grew up in a church, environment. But tell me, from 10 years old, right? You found your calling quickly. You started it out. Now, your mom was a doctor. You said people were expecting you to fill her shoes up. How did she react to that in the beginning? How was that experience?
It was always a challenge between me and her. Because I never met her till I was 10 years old, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So it was right in the time where the decision met, when I get that call in after watching the television. Every Friday after school, there was a program called Where It's At. And it was back in those early days where that was a big thing to see the artists that was breaking their career from that time, and reggae was the only station you could see a live performance with a reggae artist at the time. So I look forward to that every Friday after school. So it was that time when I was watching one of the shows and I saw this artist called Ken Booth.
Ken Booth, right.
Yeah, he was doing a presentation and he was doing one of his promoting one of his new singles. And me also already excited about music. It was everything for me at a young age. My community that I come through, it was constantly erosion and violence and war every day. So music was something I attached to at a young age. So while I'm watching the show at that moment now, I saw what he was doing and I was inspired, and I say, he seemed like he was somebody who doing a special job, carrying out a message and was trying to reach people for, according to the song he was singing at the time. I get it like he was a mailman, but he come with a special message.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was touched by that, and I say, well, I feel myself like that's something I would do. I would love to do.
Interesting.
And
So,
then so
so
yeah.
The Ken Boots, the Alton Ellis, the Dennis Browns who influenced you musically. From your particular family, was there any musical, backing from there? Was there any lineage of yours that was into music before?
I went to London in the 80s because that's where my mom started study before she come to the US. And I met my aunt for the first time while I was there, and she knew I was by that time I was fully active with music and I was on my journey, and she told me that it was her. She said I got it from her. So nobody ever told me that, but I meet her personally and she told me. And then my mother confirmed it. My mother confirmed it too.
Okay, fast forward to now, Broken Silence. It's been years you've been in music, several singles. This is the first one. Strangely enough, next week, the 11th, is going to be the 1 year since you released the Broken Silence album. 17 tracks. I've gone through each one of them. Yes, one after the other. Never a boring song, never anything to talk about. And it's difficult for me to say, this is my favorite or this is not my favorite or whatnot. But speaking to you, who is actually the producer and the artist on this album, tell me the process that goes into producing 17 tracks.
Well, I'm just a co-producer. Sorry to cut you. I just wanna make sure no catch is dropped from me while I have the moment. The real producer is Andrew Basie Records. Andrew Joseph Campbell, and his label is called Andrew Basie Records.
So you are under his label.
And so, yeah.
Okay.
He's a real producer. I just co-produce with him.
Well, to clarify that you're still a producer anyway, but a co-producer, just to be specific.
True. Yes.
Right.
True.
So, I'm saying that to go through 17 tracks and make sure that each one of them stands out. Now, I'm going to ask you for your favorite, though, but what actually goes into the work? At what point do you say, you know what, I'm done with this one?
That's why it took us so long, because it wasn't just an album that we go in and plan to just lay the tracks, voice, and we're done. It was a whole bunch of brainstorming and drafting before. First of all, it was the Almighty Father Himself. We asked for guidance.
Yes, definitely.
Me personally, I've been through so much experience in my life, and the music business taught me a lot about real life. And so I realized I got a second chance, to do this thing that I love so much after being through so much struggle and to get to some kind of light. So I prayed to ask Him. I realized I have a special mission for Him to have me doing this at this time, and still be able to create. So I asked Him to inspire me to do what He wants me to do. And then I would share it with the producer and the rest of the team.
Great.
So it was an ongoing thing, because we spent so much time trying to do so many songs before find out what is going to be in the album. We even have the evolution of Courtney Elihu Morris, which was at that time, I was using Courtney, because the evolution of this Broken. But it's Broken Silence, from Broken Silence come all these work. So it took us some time to decide what was going to ultimate. Anyway, as you can see, it's really the Father direct finally what the album was going to be and what the name it was going to be. Because it was supposed to have a different name. It was supposed to be the Evolution.
Okay.
But while we're trying to we're trying to do this from that time. But then it took us so long, we decided, what, the people waiting forever, we've been telling them. And we decided in 2016 to put some of those tracks together and put out an EP, a 7-track. And when we went to master it at Music Works, Gussie Clark Studio, the person that was doing the mastering, they make a mistake and forget about the Evolution and put Broken Silence
Okay.
on the EP. And so I thought that was a sign from the Father, you know what I mean? So we took that and said, all right, since Broken Silence is still in the making, and this is just a stem from it, to give the fans an idea of what we've been doing. We say, well, it's gonna be Broken Silence, and what you see there now is what after we went through a whole bunch of losing the tracks, have to do it all over again. After bringing different musicians to help enhance the team that was already doing the foundation work, and this is what we get from that. That's how we know when to stop when we've done so much and
it's ready to go, right?
We've been through and what we have.
Ready to break your silence. Greetings going out to Andrew Basie Campbell for this great work here. Yeah, you know, coming back to this.
Andrew Basie,
that's right. 17 tracks. You know, I'm listening to them, and a lot of them speak to me anyway. I mean, and I couldn't even listen to all of it yet. But I say, let's talk specifically about God and Me before we get to any other track. God and Me, the spirit, the spirituality, pretty much is in the title. But from how you speak, it looks like there's a lot of journey that's purely divine and purely orchestrated by the Almighty, right? So tell me about spirituality, music, vis-a-vis now in this generation. People don't pay the attention on a lot of things. They just come up with anything at all. How does spirituality matter in this project here?
It's a lot, and about the lifestyle and about the struggles and about real life when it comes to the journey of the place of Jamaica, descendants from Africa. So we were taught from a young age about what the journey was gonna be. We in touch with Revelation and all those things from our elders. And so reggae, here comes reggae coming from the days of mentor to Rocksteady.
The Sky.
And I was apprenticed by the time reggae was born, and was blessed and to get the opportunity to be among some great artists that I did know was great. I just know the vibes was nice, and I was searching to find people who was ahead of me, who have the experience, and I know I could learn a lot since I'm not in school. I could research my passion and find out what is it all about and what is it gonna ask of me, what it's gonna need from me, and so on. So it wouldn't be anything when my time come to give my contribution. It would have to be purpose. Because all through the whole thing, it was God and me, you know what I mean? Up until this time. And him showed me many signs that he was always there, because it wasn't no piece of cake to get to this point. So it would have to be a contribution to the strength of the people and food for the people's soul and mind and everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So
we feel God and know.
Okay. So you hold tight there. We're going to play God and Me when we get back. More with Elihu Morris on the show here. This is Z101.9 FM, and you are listening to Reggae Cafe. More with him when we get back.
You're tuned in. 101.9 FM. Your lifestyle, leisure, and business radio.
When the world burden your shoulders and the pressures of life get
101.9 FM.
Nowhere to go, nowhere to turn to, no one to talk to, no one. There's only one way out. That's the time when you reach deep down inside your soul. For your reserve, fill up your vibe, we vibe and come again. Find your purpose on life's stage. Yeah. It's God and God and me. Oh, yeah, God and me. Ooh, it's God and me. Oh, yeah. Though many people doubt him, but I could never live without him. Oh, no, no, no. Though some don't believe, so they could not receive when I'm in my distress.
That's right, from the album Broken Silence there.
God and me.
God and Me. We are live on Z101.9 FM with Elihu Morris. Make sure you join us on our socials. That's ZFMGH on Instagram, on Facebook, and on X. 6:58 on your dial. Don't touch a dial. More coming your way. Meantime, don't forget on the 18th of this month, I'm going to be having the 4-time Grammy nominee live in the studio with me here. Rocket Awuna, His Excellency, will be here with me live. You don't want to miss that. Meantime, God and Me. We're breaking our silence today, man. This album brings so much inspiration to me, man. I feel like just breaking my silence and saying everything in my mind. You know what I mean? But anyway, so yeah, back to you, sir. How is the world accepted this album, man? Big album, man.
Yeah. You know, it's one of the work that, you know, we work on many albums, you know, and it's always a challenge to do an album. If you ask me, if you really not just wanna just go in and just do any album. So that was always our approach, because we on it's a purpose thing we on, you know. We're not just bam 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 and boom boom and it's over, you know. it take a lot more, you know what I mean? It's potency, you know.
I hear you, sir.
It's people. Yeah, it's people that we're talking. This work is the only one that became at 7, and it took us. It carries through the journey, and in the meantime, we find so much thing to say, you know what I mean? And talk to the people them about, you know, and speak to youths them, especially youth, because it's the youths them, you know, we worry about more than anything else, you know what I mean? That they are the future, and if we don't be strong and oversee them who know better, then what will you know what I mean?
We'll get to the youth song. You have a song called Hello?
Huh?
I said you have a song called The Youth Need Community. And that speaks volumes on your passion for the youth and also for the children and so on and so on. What do you think that this generation is doing differently from what our mothers and our fathers did?
It's a totally different cycle, you know what I mean? It's more challenging for them, because I think a lot of youth have less guidance and less people who have time to put in the time that our people did for us, our elders did for us. It's more like it's too much for the people of today to take time out for their kids. So, you know, the certain discipline and certain consciousness is not there, and there is no levels, there is no we call it, you know, a mark that, oh, you're not supposed to do this. This is the way to go. So I think they short a discipline and a whole bunch of structuring, you know what I mean, and guidance and all of that quality stuff that we have, which is important for them to have it. You know, they can be themselves. It's a different time, but also you still have to have discipline and spirituality and self-consciousness and all of that quality stuff. That's the difference in a people.
If you were to break your silence to the African mother, the African father today, African meaning the diaspora, black, wherever you're from in the world, what would you say to them concerning the way we raise our youth? If you had a chance to break your silence on something that's always been bothering you concerning how kids are raised, what would you say directly to the African mother, the African father?
I would say that it's important for them to hold on to their identity. You know what I mean? Know from whence they came and where they stand. You know what I mean? Spirituality is a big deal from beginning until this time. You know, it is one side of oneself that is very important to balance both sides. So, I would just say consciousness, just keep the consciousness and their identity, and don't stop. Know who they are and what they are worth, and their kids should know their culture. You know what I mean?
Great answer there.
Where they're coming from and where they're going.
Great answer. We'll get to what's up next for you. What are you doing now? Whether you're going on a musical tour, whether you're going on an album tour. I mean, and but before we get to that, let's check out a song the youth need community, and then we'll get back. My next question, please listen to it carefully before we get back. If you had a chance to collaborate with any artist across board, whether it's in Africa, wherever, who would that be? When we get back after the song.
How much longer? How much longer? They need a mother and a father protection. But that's only a fraction of the portion. They need guidance and direction. Patient with compassion. Oh, boy. Hey, now. The youths them want. The youths them need productivity in the facility. Hey, now. Youths them want. Youths them need prosperity. Not them limiting. Oh, well now. Two youths grow up like radar. Go at the same school, eat out of one pot together. Now all them a live to prove which one of them wickeder, which one of the real killer. Oh now, now, when they should be coming together. Look out for each other. Youths them want.
Yo, anytime I hear good music, man, what comes to my mind is I can imagine him on stage. Woo! Lord have mercy. This is Z101.9 FM. 5 past the hour 7 here. Doing the nice and easy this evening. All right. So, sir, if you had a chance to collaborate with anybody, who would that be?
Man. I don't know about outside of Jamaica, but I don't have much time to think about it. But I know when I do get a chance, because that's a level I know that people can relate to, and people asking for that.
Okay.
So I would want to do a song with the queen of reggae, Marcia Griffiths.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because she's my superstar ever since I was a kid, and she and my mother used to go to the same school, and they know each other. And so I grew up listening to her. Just like how my mom is my superstar. She's another one of my superstars too. So, and then it would be maybe like a Sizzler, or a Caperton, or a Sasko. You know what I mean?
Yes. That would be nice, though.
Maybe like a Barry Salmon, also, people like that, you know what I mean, who can enhance my career, and who's serious about music, that it would widen my leverage, you know what I mean?
Have you listened to any reggae artists from out of Ghana or anywhere in Africa?
I think I listened to there is an artist from Ghana. I think is Shatawale?
Shatawale, okay.
No, what? No, not Shatawale. The other one.
Stoneboy.
There's another one. You guys have two super
Stoneboy
reggae artists from. Yeah.
Stoneboy.
Yeah, Stoneboy. Yeah. Yeah, I like Stoneboy.
Okay, great stuff. Yeah. Wow. So, what's next for you? Are you performing? Are you on stage? I mean, I want to hear what's next for you.
Yeah, really and truly, outside, Yeah, we're looking outside, but right now we're inside, trying to do all of the strategy, just like we do the album. We want to do an album tour, and yeah, we want to come to Africa and Europe and Brazil and those places. You know what I mean? Where people accept reggae, and so it's in the making right now. I can't say much about it, but it's definitely that's where we're at right now. You know what I mean?
Good stuff there. What are your social media handles? How can somebody reach you to follow you and stuff like that?
Okay, so YouTube, the Elihu Morris or Courtney Elihu Morris. Facebook will be Courtney Elihu Morris or Elihu Morris as well, because we have the evolution and we have the broken silence. It's a journey, so all of the name represent the time and place. And then we have TikTok now, where we have Elihu Morris Music, and Instagram, Elihu Music,
Let's talk about two particular tracks that really stood out to me. The one that's Any Little Man. What inspired that song, Any Little Man?
Oh, Any Little Man, yeah. Any Little Man, that's just like being home, and going through everyday life and all the settings is in a time and place, That was like what I could reflect on that, because of an inspiration from a band member came and give me a melody and a couple words and tell me that he see myself in those words and melody that he had. And so I pay attention to it, and from that came, I used some of my personal experience, knowing and thinking at the time that I could speak for a lot of people, upon the rock, in Jamaica, and about the lifestyle and the everyday liberty, you know what I mean? And so from the all of that comes Any Little Man.
We definitely look forward to seeing you in Ghana live and in person, And this is not going to be our last conversation. I mean, I'll be speaking to you from time to time, definitely, because now we're more like family. So yeah, we're gonna make sure that this
family.
Yes.
Yeah, we say family.
Yeah, and I'm here with Militant Fingers. His name is DJ Ras Nico, one of the baddest DJs in Ghana. So definitely we're gonna take
big up DJ Ras. Big up yourself, DJ Ras.
Yeah. Ras Nico. Yeah, he's here with us today. Yeah. So we definitely gonna
Ras Nico. Yes.
Who do you want to send a shout out to today out there? Who do you want to send a shout out to before we wrap up?
Definitely to the team, Andrew Basie and the All-Star Band, everyone that wish us well, to all the listeners out there, big up Mama Africa. You keep us, you give us a purpose. We are outside, but our spirit is inside. So big up the whole of Africa,
We look forward to our brothers and sisters coming home to stay. So before we wrap this conversation up, do we see that as a possibility in the future for you in particular?
For what?
I said we hope that our brothers and sisters would not just visit, but would come and stay. And I'm asking you as an artist, is that a possibility in your future? Or can that be a possibility?
Most definitely. If Jah is willing, we are already willing, because we know we are away from home, and we sleep night and day, and we live every day knowing that we are from somewhere away from the Caribbean, and know that there's a bigger energy for us. A part of ourselves is there, so we want to be one with the universe, and that's the only way we can do that as a set of people outside of Africa, in Jamaica, is to be home. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, real talk.
And speaking about home, speaking to the microphone, looking at your camera, tell your brothers and sisters in the diaspora, let's go home. And then we wrap this up.
Yes, man. You know what? There's a singer that speak about a song, the Black Starliner. You know, 7 miles of Black Starliner. That is coming in the harbor to take all of the people them home. So we don't have to wait on the Black Starliner, but we know that what to be must be. You know, if the Black Starliners come, then the universe will make it be. But we have to find our way. We have to push ourselves to know we need to be home, you know what I mean? Unity is strength amongst all of us, and we have to be amongst our people, you know what I mean? So it's a consciousness, and I want the people them to hold that consciousness, you know? And that I know your foundation and from where you came from, you know? Look forward to the east, you know?
Big up to Don Hines, Firewire. You know, enough respect to
yes.
it.
Yeah, big up Don Hines. Yes, every time, you know? Give thanks for all your support every time, you know?
One love, man. And definitely look forward to more of this, man. Thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to you getting bigger and bigger and bigger musically in every area of your life. Enough respect to your family and everybody. Thank you so much.
Yes, big up ZFM. You know, give thanks for all the strength. You know, just more music, more music. Big up Evie. You don't know, you do your thing, and we love what you're doing, you know what I mean? Salute.
Enough respect. Salute too. Enough respect.
Yeah, bless her.